After moved from SF to Austin for the past 4 months, do I regret it? Is Austin good? Will I continue to live here? Let me tell you all about it. Let's start with the weather. You already know SF doesn't get extreme hot or extreme cold. You have one wardrobe all year long. It's just a little bit on the cold side, but overall, I have to say it's good weather. Austin has 4 seasons, and in the summertime, it's brutal hot, and I really experienced it this summer, and it could get to 90s, even 100, which is crazy. You can barely walk outside in the daytime, and the only time that is better is in the early morning and the late evening time. And that's why I realized a lot of people live in Austin, what they do is they actually wake up early and try to get some morning breathe and walk their dog stuff before the day actually gets really hot. Some people ask me why I'm not into exotic bags. I thought to myself, thank God that I'm not into exotic bags. The weather in Austin is just too hard for exotic bags. Even for all the non-exotic bags, expect to have AC running 24/7 or temperature controlled closet to keep them cool. SF has really good public transportation, and you can also get by Uber or Waymo. And when I lived in SF, I Ubered every single day. It felt really convenient for me. In Austin, you can forget about the public transportation already. It is not possible to not drive. You have to drive everywhere. It felt really spread it out. Even you try to get a coffee, you need to drive. I Ubered a couple times so far. 2 times I got 2 drivers that don't speak English and also drove me to the wrong spot. So it definitely happens. This results in that if you live in SF, you definitely walk more. And if you live in Austin, I definitely think you walk less, which walking is better for your health. But I do want to mention the Austin gas price is way cheaper than SF. You will love this if you have a gas or hybrid car. If you buy a house in SF in the city, like somewhere like Marina, it easily takes like $2-3 million. But if you try to get a similar house, like a decent location and a decent house, it probably costs around like $1 million, which is way more affordable than San Francisco. It really takes a lot of effort to create a video like this. If you think this is informative, definitely hit that like, subscribe, hype button hard so that you won't miss any future uploads like this. The housing price has come down a lot. It is definitely a buyer's market if you are trying to buy a house in Austin right now. Either way, I feel housing is much more affordable in Austin than SF. This is a very interesting one because I think in SF, it's not people that not nice, but because it's big city, so everybody kind of minded their own business, fast pace of life, fast living, fast pace of work. So just like normal big city, but I do feel like people in Austin a little bit nicer, a little bit kinder. Like when I walk on the street, like the runners, like people I don't know, they always smile at you, nod at you, say hi to you. There are a couple of times I was like at a farmer's market, I was just asking about like different kinds of beef, trying to make a purchase. I didn't even buy anything. The lady gave me some free beef, and I even got a free ice cream at an ice cream shop in Austin, which never happened to me before in San Francisco. I would say generally speaking, people in Austin are nicer than people in San Francisco, which is something that I enjoy and I like. I don't think I need to mention about the homeless situation in SF. Maybe it has been improved a little bit over time. If it does, leave me a comment to let me know. I have to be fair, say that Austin does have homeless people too. When I drive by certain street in Austin, I do see some homeless people from time to time. But overall, I think the amount is less than SF. Also, it's not like people are having their own tent and living in the tent. So I say the homeless situation is better. Perhaps because not as many as homeless people in Austin, I always kind of feel more safer in Austin, especially on the days and nights I was wearing nice stuff with my designer bags and shoes outfit. I feel safe here. Where I live also seems to be a safe neighborhood. I had packages leave outside for days and they're still there. If these packages are in SF, you can forget about them already. So I do feel it's safer here. If you're talking about the food scene, I think SF is definitely like a big city and you have a lot of variety and more options. There are only one Michelin star restaurant in Austin. If you live in SF, you can go single thread in the French Laundry. Not every day, but still, if you want to, you have an option. I don't think this is such a big deal breaker here for me after living here for the past 4 months because I have found non-Asian restaurant that tastes good that I really like. The only thing I would say is that if you like Chinese food, which like I do, there are a couple of Chinese restaurants in Austin as well. Are they good? I think they are, but they're just not to the same level as those Chinese restaurants in SF because I think SF has big Chinese population and especially Cantonese people, so you would get a lot of good dim sum and all these things. But Austin's food scene is also so upcoming, so I do think that over time there will be more and more restaurants opening. This will definitely improve over time. Groceries, food overall might be slightly cheaper than SF in Austin, but I don't think that I've experienced people say, oh, so much cheaper. I don't think that's true. Probably pretty similar, but slightly cheaper. I think this kind of depends on what kind of industry you're in as well. And I'm in the tech industry. SF definitely has more opportunity for you to choose from. Austin has some tech company too, and it's upcoming in the like a tech area. The other thing I do want to mention is that even for the same tech job, if you are based in Austin, you do get paid a little bit less than SF because the cost of living is higher in SF. Austin's utility is definitely way more than SF. It's because of the brutal weather and you do have to have your AC running for a long period of time, especially for the crazy hot summer days, and also summer lasts pretty long throughout the year, I would say. So I know for sure utility is more expensive in Austin than SF. I honestly don't even remember I ever got a mosquito bite when I was in SF, but be prepared if you are moving to the city. Bug spray is even required for school. I got a bunch of those like a non-toxic bug spray. I spray Stanley every day before he goes to school, and then he also has a spare one at school just in case. If you appreciate all the information, definitely like my video and subscribe to my channel so that I'm more motivated to continue to share more informations like this with you. Overall, you will see more different kind of bugs and insects in Austin. The other day we were visiting friends swimming pool. I got so many mosquito bites. I also saw like different insects, big, small. Some of them I've never seen before. I would say it's definitely more buggy in Austin than SF. The other thing is I saw some people said like there are some bugs love to eat cashmere. I had like put all my Max Mara cashmere coat and also all my cashmere sweater and stuff inside a garment bag just in case. SF is pretty casual. A lot of people in tech is even more casual, but occasionally that you do see some people like dress super nicely, fashionable, good style. I would say Austin is maybe a bit more on the casual side. You do still see like some people dress nicely. So using Stanley School's mom as an example, 1 out of 10 moms dress nicely, which is really nice. If I have to look at it as a whole overall, then I would say like SF is a bit more fashionable than Austin. So SF downtown has all these luxury shops like Chanel, Bulgari, Van Cleef Arpels, like independent boutique and Neiman Marcus, all in that block like Hermes. And Austin has two areas. One is in the Domain area, and then the other one is like a SoCo area. You will find Zimmerman, Tiffany, and the VCA is inside of Neiman Marcus. Austin is so close to Dallas and Houston. Dallas and Houston, they have a lot of options. Like the shops are really nice too. I would say like if you are into luxury, you can definitely get by if you live in Austin. But SF probably is a bit more easier. After living in Austin for the past 4 months, I have gone through the hottest time in the summer, and I have experienced all the pros and cons that I just shared with you. If you are considering moving to Austin, I think if you are okay with the brutal summer, you can sort of dealing with all the bugs and you okay with driving, you like bigger houses to live in, I would say Austin is a great city. I watched the bats with Stanley and hubby multiple times under the Congress Avenue Bridge and see the entire city. It's so nice to be on the river and just enjoy the summer. Every time I drive back from a road trip to San Antonio, Dallas, or Houston, and I'm seeing the Austin city view so many times, I'm like, wow, it's such a beautiful city. Look at the bright side is that I really like the 4 seasons weather. I get to wear a lot of new pieces I don't usually wear in SF, and I like houses are bigger, people are nicer. Also, the other thing I want to mention, this city is like developing so fast. I can't imagine how it'll look like just in a couple years. No city has it all. It can't have every single perfect thing that you're looking for. And I've lived in big cities my entire life: Shanghai, New York, San Francisco. This is the first time I like moved to Austin, live here, and I think I learned one really important lesson. That is, I would love to live wherever Stanley and hubby lives. As long as I'm with my loved ones, any city is a good city. Plus, Austin itself is a great city on top of that. So I'm just double and triple happy here. I'm so glad that we made the decision to move here. I really love everything that I see so far, even include some of the downside that I have mentioned to you. And I'm also like super excited, look forward to see how the city will evolve in the next couple years as well. Since I've been only living here for 4 months, let me know if you would like me to do a whole year review after I live here longer. Don't forget to leave me a comment if you have any questions. I'll try my best to answer them, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.